Hi everyone. If you're just starting off playing CNA Simulator, you might be confused on what you're doing. First thing first, this is your ID badge. You use it to go in and out of the rooms. This is the staff lounge where you can change your outfit color, get some coffee, use hand sanitizer, um, become the employee of the month, and this is a linen closet over here where you can get linen and pillows. You have to use your ID badge to get in and out of rooms. All the way in the back is the dirty utility room where you take all of your dirty linen and you put them in here. And there's another clue in this room. This vent, if you touch the corners, like this, you see it? You can go inside the vent. Anyway, this is the dirty liners. When you're getting ready to get rid of them, you grab them out of the room and take them into the dirty utility room. I'm going to show you how it works. Let me see. Oh, that one doesn't have much in there. Let's try this one. Nope. You have to wait till its capacity to empty it. And then over here is the supply room. Okay? These are the restraints. If your patient is having a seizure, you'll have to come and get these fast. Over here, it's a catheter. The first one on the end up here, sometimes it's hard to get it, is the bedpan. This is saline. You put this in the IV drop. This is a puncture tray. You use that for when someone's giving birth. And these are the vomit bags, catheter. These are all the things that you would need for your patient in this room. Of course, here's your water. This is what you use to make a cast. This is the IV pump. You get it here and also put it back here. This is a defibrillator. If someone is coding and they need it, you come and grab one of these, and that's what you use. Over here is a nurse's station. We really don't interact with this while we're playing the game. This is the doctor. If someone needs an EKG done, you run the test and then bring the results to the doctor right here. This is the this is the tube system. Right beside your ID badge is an IV kit. This. If someone needs their blood drawn, you use this. And then after their blood is drawn, you'll have their test tube right next to the IV kit, and then you'll bring it over to the tube system, just like that, and send it up. You'll hold the tube in your hand, like highlight it, and then click this and then send up the tube. And then when the medication is ready, it'll be inside the tube system with the room number of the patient attached to the medicine the patient needs. If your patient needs Jello, it's right in the fridge. If you need coffee, it's right here. If someone needs an ice pack, you get it from this thing right here. And of course, this is water. And now, since the game has been updated, the computer systems actually work. You can find players. There's a clicker. And about patients when you're inside their rooms. Okay? Over here is a bladder scanner. This is where you can dispose of old medication at. Let's say you grab medication out of this computer system and then a patient doesn't need it. You can dispose of it right here. This is a glucose meter. And this is another tube system for sending up tubes to get medicine to come back on it. Okay. I am going to get a patient so I can show you how it works. I just have to find an empty room. And that's one of the hardest things about this game. Sometimes players have more than one room, so you aren't able to claim a patient. And if you don't have enough points, you're stuck in here until you can advance. The only other option is to go downstairs and work in the lab / pharmacy. So like right now, there aren't any rooms available. If this happens to you, then you come over through these doors and go to the elevator and go to the basement. And in the basement, you can work in the morgue or you can work in the lab. I suggest you work in the lab because it's really easy to get a lot of work done really fast. And people are never really in the lab working. So you'll have the space all to yourself. So then you just sign in, you use your ID badge and scan it to change your outfit to sign in to work here. And then you come over to the computer system and you print out an order. Okay, this person needs like pain medicine. Okay, so you just stand next to the shelf and figure out where it is. Okay, I found it. You get the medicine and you come over to the table and you sort the pills. And then you send it up here. And you get points. And you just do it over and over again to get points if there's no space for you to work in the hospital upstairs. But you want to work upstairs so you can learn how to deal with patients. This is the respiratory therapy room. You really don't have any work in there. That's just where the respiratory therapists are. They're pretty much NPCs. And here is the cafeteria where you can come here if you need a break from working with patients and have a snack. This is the meeting room. And look, there is something strange going on in the hospital, and you'll find out more about that later. Okay? And let's take a tour of the morgue. This is the office. And when you come in, you swipe your ID badge and your clothes will change. And you pick up a folder. And today we're going to be working with Miss Wright. And the little notepad on the side of the screen tells you exactly what you have to do. We get the body, and then we clean it. Then we dress it, and then put a tunic on it, and then we put it in the hearse because it's going to a funeral home. And on the other side of this room is where you perform autopsies. If a patient needs an autopsy, this is where you bring them. Every time you get a new folder, there will be different things you have to do. Like this one. Get the body from the storage, perform an autopsy, clean the body, and then store the body. So this person isn't going to a funeral. It's actually getting stored right after you finish working with them. So we'll take the body this way to an autopsy room. And we examine the body, perform the autopsy, close them up, put them in the bag. Then we take the body, and then we clean it. And then we get the body, and then we put it back. This, it's not really a person. Well, the NPC is not ready to go to a funeral home. So they put it back. And that's how you work in the morgue. This is another room, but you need a key for it. Like I said, it's a lot of things going on in the hospital that you'll find out about later. Okay? And we'll go back to the emergency room to see if there's a room for us to use. I wonder if someone's using this room. I don't want to take a room from somebody. Yeah, someone's using it. Oh wow, look at this patient. They need a blanket. And this is where the blankets are. You just give them a blanket. And then you go. Some things you don't have to go find. Like EKG, you don't have to find the EKG machine. You don't have to find oxygen mask. If someone needs it, if you just press the square, it'll highlight for them. This is where patients come in when they're going to give birth or have an emergency. This is like the intensive room where you can't bring any patients to. Only time patients won't come in there if there's an emergency, and everyone can help with the emergency patient. Okay, good. Look, the cardiac arrest is en route. We're gonna stand over here so that we can help out. See, look, they're bringing him in. It's Carl. And you do compressions. We're all working together to save his life. Hopefully we can save him. Come on, Carl. We need to get him some medicine, and I'm going to grab it from the medicine machine. I have it. And now he's going to be admitted. And these are all the patients that you can escort into a room. When it's time for you to look for a patient, just come over here and pick one. Since it looks like there's no rooms available for us still. Wait, is this room available? Let me clean this. And that's how you clean the bedside for another patient. And look, this is also has to be cleaned before you can put a patient in here. Okay. Let's take a tour to the NICU. This is a new part of the hospital, and this is where you take care of little babies. They want to be cleaned with a wet towel, so you get your badge out, and you go into the linen room. Oh, let's go to the storage room for the towels. It looks like the towels are in here. You get a towel, and you swipe your badge. Right now the towel is dry, so you go over to the sink and you wet it, and then you clean the baby with it. Now they want to be dried with a dry towel. So you pull out your badge again and pick up a dry towel. The baby wants an IV pump, so you get the IV and then you put it to the baby, and you see it says connect syringe. You just connect it. There's no syringe. And I also want to show you while we're up here. This is baby formula in this box, and this is the pacifier, as well as these two boxes over here. The baby needs formula. That's what it looks like. Baby needs a pacifier. You can't really see it. It's tiny in my hand. And when you have the baby formula, you put it in the microwave. And then you activate it, and then it's warming up. And it's warm. Let's see if the baby needs another wet towel. I'm just going to show you what the baby bottle looks like. It's tiny. And this is what the pacifier looks like. So basically everything the baby needs is right here. The formula and the pacifier and the wet towels mainly. And inside of here is pillows and linen. When you take linen out of this room, you don't give it to the baby directly. You actually put it in a little blanket warmer. But it's full. Let's check the other one and see if that one's full too. Yeah, it's 9 blankets left. Let's see this one. 9 blankets left. Oh, they're all full. 9 blankets left. And this is dry utilities room, where you can put the dirty blankets in there, just like the other one. Oh, dirty utilities room. My bad. And this is another storage. And that's all they have in a NICU. Let's go to the ICU. In order to come up here, you have to discharge 100 patients. I've had more than 100 points, but when the game restarted, my points went away. There was just an update where the game wasn't in the App Store for like 2 weeks. And in order to claim a room, you just press square. But in order to come up here, you have to discharge 100 patients. And this ICU is very similar to the emergency room. Let's see if we could throw away this stuff here. No, it won't let me throw away this stuff here. Well, if you ever have too many things on your toolbar, all you have to do is respawn character. And when you come back, you will only have the IV kit and your badge. And we're back here in the emergency room. We're looking for a room. They're all full. This is the only bad thing about the hospital. Sometimes you won't be able to get a room. And when you're first starting out, if you can't find a room, then how are you going to learn the game? I know someone's probably going to come in there, so I'm not going to take it. But you know what? Let me just show you guys really quick how to do the basic tasks in the hospital. Come on, William. Okay, let's see. Okay. I'm having trouble breathing, so you know what? We put an oxygen mask on him, and like I told you guys before, we don't have to find one because that's one of the things we don't have to find. We're going to call the respiratory therapist for him. We're going to wait 15 seconds for the therapist to come. Oh, he's here. What do you know? The therapist is going to run tests on him, and he says, I'm sweating. So you run over and grab an ice pack. All right. And you give it to William. He wants another ice pack. So you just go back and get another one. Here you go, William. And now it's time for you to draw his blood. You just go on your tube bar and grab your IV kit and draw his blood. And look, we have his tube. We take it over here and we send it up in the tube system. And we wait for his medicine to come down. Okay, there's his medicine. We just take it and then we close the menu. And then we give it to the patient. Then we wait. Since he's having issues breathing, he'll probably be admitted into the hospital. But If he wasn't being admitted to the hospital, you would just discharge him after he had his medication. See, he's being admitted to the hospital. You just admit him, and he's gone. So this is how you play CNA Simulator. Good luck, and I hope all of my tips help you be successful in the game. And I'll see you in the ICU.